Hey everyone, welcome to In Between a Wook and a Hard Place. We're your hosts, Toby and Hales, and today we're going to be looking at three shows. One on the day in 78, one in 84, and Alpine Valley 89.
Yeah, so this first show comes from May 6, 1978. We're gonna listen to the Terrapin Station on that show. We listened to the first part of it. It's pretty fire. So
Very nice.
yeah, we're just gonna jump into it, and we're probably gonna analyze a little bit while we're listening.
Here we go.
Yep.
Love how they always gracefully go into it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Such a good song, man.
The audience is really engaged in this version, I realized.
Yeah, that is true.
They like the claps.
Yeah, I've never heard a version that it's so loud, like the crowd.
Yeah.
Jerry's singing pretty well in this version as well.
He's on point today.
Yeah.
His singing all the way throughout late 70s, very nice.
Yeah.
Classic for getting lyrics.
Phil's tone is super nice in this one as well.
The levels are really
Super
nice.
crisp,
You can hear
yeah.
everyone really well. Except for Keith. Can't really hear keys that much right now.
I feel like you can never really hear Keith super well. He's always just kind of a role player in my opinion.
Yeah, in the studio you can, obviously. But
Yeah.
they like to emphasize the keys in the studio a lot more. I always find it really interesting that he chose to play the happiest parts of the Terrapin Suite. Because the Terrapin Suite is a massive, epic poem like the Odyssey, basically. And he only chose to perform the happier parts live, which is
Interesting.
very interesting.
Still not very happy though.
I know, it's still a really sad song. That's how a lot of Grateful Dead songs are. They sound happy.
Yep. They're not. Yeah.
Did I say it?
Did you say it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I definitely did.
Okay, I don't remember saying it. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll listen back.
I can dub it over too.
If you will not take the chance.
That build up.
Sailor gave at least a try. A soldier being much too wise. Strategy was a strength and not disaster.
This is easily, I think, the Dead's Jerry's most dramatic songwriting music.
Yeah.
It's like,
Did Hunter write this one, or did they both?
well, Jerry wrote a massive instrumental the same time that Hunter was writing the lyrics for this,
Yeah.
the whole poem, and they just happened to be
That's
having
insane.
to collaborate
That's
at the same
crazy.
time.
They happen to be like perfect for each other. Yeah.
There's some things like that with the Dead history that just are meant to be.
Yeah.
I think it goes to show how much Jerry loved this song because the fact that he never changed the melody of his guitar playing. Like in a lot of songs are all improvising.
Yeah.
In this song, he keeps it the same
Yeah,
usually
that is true.
in most versions. He varies a little bit, but it's very
It's pretty
really like
consistent.
I really like the melody.
Job is to shed light, not to master.
Little variation here, but still
lick,
pretty
yeah.
much the same melody.
I think it adds to the meaningfulness of the songs. It stands out. Like when a song is played the same every night, when every other song changes, it really makes it stand out in the set.
Yeah. It's a great version. Wow.
It's crisp.
Since the end is never told, we came to tell of the golden hopes he will come back. He cannot be but a soul.
Yeah, see, it's amazing how it just goes to a somber tone, like a really, not quite sad, but just, and then triumphant.
Back to that, back to what you were saying about how they kind of keep the same melody for each version. Like the whole band is kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Like pretty contained, pretty, like Donna just like singing that backup was super contained. It's definitely interesting.
It's a special one for sure.
With sunset color, all the way to despair. More than this I will not have. Face of mysteries dark and vast. Statements just seem vain and last. Sunrise, some fall, some climb.
What?
To get to
off?
heaven.
It's on mute. So it's going back on.
We'll just
Counting stars by candlelight, all I do but one is bright. The smile light of me
We'll just leave it off for a second.
rising first to shining bells from the northwest corner of a brand new crescent moon.
Layton, be quiet.
It's that cicada sing,
I think it's so funny that he says cicadas.
a
Yeah.
rain of different
So funny.
tunes.
He sings it every time.
In the shadow of the moon,
Donna's a little rough there.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
The repetition of this.
Kreutzmann played that well just now. Really nice fill going into that. Him and Mickey are both playing well right now.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that they always choose this second set too, just because the second set just has to be. It makes it so much more dramatic when you throw like Terrell in there.
Like even at Dead Cover shows, like at that Dark Star show we went to, so good. When second set Terrapin, amazing.
Yeah, and like Phil Lesh and friends, they really. This Terrapin was absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen a bad Terrapin. I've heard one.
It takes. I think like they only performed it when it was.
That was right.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of concentration to play the song.
Totally, yeah.
And I love how Jerry like feels the octaves. He'll play this. He plays the same riff, but he just jumps around the octaves to make it to add more depth to it. real turned up
That
the
was
volume
good,
for that. Just the dramatic repetition. Like when you're at a show in the repetition, you just want it to go on forever.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you never want it to end. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Someone didn't get the levels right on that one.
That's clean. Oh, there's Keith.
He's just so quiet,
little graceful
man.
over the top.
I wish he would play louder.
I know.
Like
I
he's
love
such a
because he
talented
uses a
musician.
grand piano.
Yeah,
And
he does.
those nice overtones that he adds.
It
like,
sounds so amazing, especially on this song. It sounds so good, but you just can't hear him.
It adds so much depth to it.
Yeah,
Wow.
like he's just so
This is
quiet.
sick.
But yeah, I love the fade out.
That's awesome.
sick.
And this actually it actually goes into playing in the band and then later drum space. I'm sure the drums, Mickey and Bill were on one this
Yeah.
night. I can't even imagine what the drums would sound like.
All right, so now we're gonna fast forward 6 years to June 27th, 1984, and we're gonna listen to a Hell in a Bucket from that show. So yeah, let's hop into it.
Here we go. Right away you can hear the guitar tone change.
Yep. And they switched keys players.
Yep.
So Keith Coachella left the band, so they hired Brent Midland. So he is
Absolute legend.
He is a very, very out there, really cool style of playing. Like
Very
playing the
bluesy.
keys. Super bluesy.
His tone really shines through, and they definitely turned him up a lot more in these shows.
Definitely highlighted him. He also has a great voice.
Yeah, bluesy voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry likes the crunch in Hell in a Bucket. It really fits the style. Bobby's also laying down some really intricate chord progressions with a lot of different rhythms.
Yeah.
Well, I was drinking last night with a biker.
Bobby's voice sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Drew a picture of you. Said, pal, get to know you like her. Sweet like the least I can do.
Could do it.
Chocolate chopper. Up and down your carpet at home. You'll think fine all dressed up proper.
That's clean. Yeah, they're on it.
You imagine me sitting, shaking from the groove, with a taste of your elegant pride. Maybe going to hell in a bucket, babe. But at least I'm enjoying the ride. At least I'm enjoying the ride.
This is a very 80s song.
Oh, yeah. It's very sadly fitting for this time because in a little over a year, Jerry will go into his diabetic coma.
Yeah.
And it's, the line, going to hell in a bucket, but at least I'm enjoying the ride, kind of
Yep.
showcases how, he just
Jerry
wanted to
viewed
play
life.
music, yeah. And, nothing was going to really slow him down, even though he was going to a bad place. Like, if you were to see him right now, you would not believe that he was playing this solo right now, because he looks dead.
Super unhealthy.
Hey, you soft little soft over tender. Somehow, baby got harder to get. When you're black leather, gold spikes suspenders. And you're turning your whip.
Yeah, Brent definitely brought Jerry back to life a little bit, because he loved playing with Brent. Just their
Yeah.
chemistry was...
They had a special connection for sure.
Now, how you love your ovation. And the Z-rated scenes you create.
Yeah, I'm obviously Bobby's singing on this song, but it's fun. It's fun to hear Jerry and Brent sing together.
Yeah.
Because it sounds pretty cool.
And it's fun to hear because they get full range right now, playing off of each other with ideas.
Going to hell in a bucket pit, but at least I'm enjoying the ride. At least I'm enjoying the ride. Right? At least I'm enjoying the ride. You analyze me, check, smash me, you laugh. When I stumble and fall, you become a dick. I will dance on your grave. If I'm able to dance, I'll still crawl across it.
Their dynamics are really good in this version. Their rhythm is really on point, and they're changing dynamics really nicely.
Super smooth for sure.
I think Jerry liked this song solo over. It kind of sounds like, I'm sure it brings him back to when he used the SG.
Yeah.
He gives an SG.
The old SG.
Crunchy humbuckers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he puts the humbuckers in full blast in this song.
Super crunchy. Almost like fuzzy. Yeah.
Definitely some
Buzzed.
Showcasing his blues playing.
Yeah.
Just shows you how diverse his styles are and what he can play.
Well, you must really consider the circus, cause it just might be your kind of deal. I can't think of a place that's more perfect for a person as perfect as you. And it's not like I'm leaving you lonely, cause I wouldn't know where to begin. But I know that you've been of me only when the snakes come marching in. When the snakes come marching in, you'll have to be shoving through for a taste of your elegant pride. Maybe going to hell in a
Yeah,
bucket bed.
Brent actually collaborated on this song, writing-wise.
With John Barlow
Yeah,
and Hunter.
no, and Bobby. Hunter didn't collaborate on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is all weird.
Well, Barlow was Weir's writer, though. Or, like, helped him.
Well, yeah, they all kind of helped each other out. 'Cause Bobby had a lot of really good ideas. Sometimes he just needed a better lyricist to put him into poetic language. Wonder what it's about. Or like who it's about.
Yeah, I don't know. Barlow is a great songwriter, though.
This is definitely Bobby's chord progression, though.
Oh, yeah. Super dynamic.
Oh, I love
super
that 80s. Like turn on the echo and that super high reverb delay.
Yeah. Sounds insane.
Yeah, Bobby loves to experiment with all that. Like, and he does it in estimated profit a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, his vocals are there. He's going for it. Yeah, this is just Jerry's playground. Just gets the entire song to solo.
And Brent.
Yeah, and Brent.
Brent and Jerry soloing at the same time. Mm-hmm. It's sweet.
Yeah, so that song goes into "Don't Ease Me In." After that, really cool to see the change from '78 to '84 though, back to back.
It's insane how much it changes. Yeah.
Really shows you like the dynamic attributes of the Grateful Dead throughout the years. And
Totally. How they molded to the decades.
for sure.
So now we're going to jump to our third show, which was performed on July 11th, 1989 at Alpine Valley. This is a super famous show. A lot of people love this show.
Among the dead community, it's revered as one of the best.
Definitely is. So we're going to listen to China Cat Sunflower that goes into I Know You Rider from this show.
Here it is.
Phil's tone is amazing right now.
And Brent's coming over.
Brent comes in.
Super cool to hear that.
Phil's got kind of a bobby bass line going. That's cool.
Yeah, him and Bill and Mickey are matching right now. It's cool. It's a lot more jumpy. You can feel like, whereas early 70s China Cats and mid 70s are a little more flowy and like super, loose and dreamy. This one's very jumpy, kind of upbeat.
Which kind of relates to how the band was, how it progressed through the late 80s.
Yeah, you can tell like there's a new energy about it.
Totally.
Come on out like a creep. We'll start down to a dream.
Bill's going on right now a little bit.
He is. I love how you can hear the levels are really nice right
Levels
now.
are perfect. You hear every single instrument blending together. Which is one of the amazing things about the band, really.
You can hear like obviously Jerry takes the lead on the solo because he's played it so many times, but Brent perfectly bounces off. It's amazing that they can play. They've been playing this song since the beginning days of the Grateful Dead, and they're still pouring this much new soul into it.
25 years later. That was nice. Yeah, that was cool.
It is driving right now.
Yeah. I love Phil's playing through the late 80s.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
He finds his
rhythm. Yeah, finds the groove for sure.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a little more streamlined and like focused, but it's also he does a good job of mixing those like experimental.
Yeah.
No one plays the bass like Phil.
No.
He actually learned the bass to be in the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, he was like a classical guy before.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But he's so smart, like ridiculously smart. Obviously. It's also interesting that like Jerry could have picked like someone else like to play the bass.
yeah.
Like that actually knew how to play the bass, but he's like, I want Bill to be this. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's props or I guess privilege of being friends with Jerry.
Yeah.
Yes, Brent.
Oh, that's good.
now Bobby and Brent are playing together.
Yeah.
It goes off, yeah. He's so good at changing his flow throughout the song.
Going into Ryder.
The effortless transition. Where they do it perfectly every time.
Each completely different style of songs too.
Each person just splits off and starts to go a little closer, and Jerry ties it all together. Octave change. Hey, can you hear Phil driving the I Know You Rider chorus?
Yeah.
Pulling the focus away from G. Yeah, you start to slip in C chords here and there. Yeah. That was more abrupt than usual.
You really hear Brent's backup singing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Adds those bluesy high notes.
Yeah. Phil's still really driving right now.
Yeah, Phil is really
Driving
raw.
the train.
Yeah. Northbound train. Yeah, Phil's driving the rhythm too. You kind of hear like
Totally, yeah.
that kind of jumpy.
Yeah.
There we go, Bobby. I love it when they trade off verses.
Yeah, that's cool. Ooh, nice fill. That was good. I think the drummers sometimes get swept under the rug. Like they're so talented, unbelievable.
Especially their chemistry together, the way they just
Oh my gosh.
pass off parts to
I
each
can
other.
imagine playing the drums with someone else sitting next to you like that and like
So
playing
weird, yeah.
so harmoniously like that. It's amazing.
It shows you how in sync everyone was.
Totally. Ooh. That was nice. That's cool. Belched that.
You can probably see why people love this show so much. It's just
Oh yeah, totally. It's an amazing.
all the Alpine Valley shows. Chris, 11, 12, and 13.
Bigger jams. Yeah.
Loose and free.
Jerry was loose and creative.
I wonder how good their harmonies are gonna sound. Their voices have been really good this show. So I think like once the instruments cut off, we'll see how.
Yeah. definitely a crazy sound though. Like it kind of translates to the history of the band a little bit. Like just everything like culminating, everything was so crazy throughout the like late '80s and early '90s.
It became just so much bigger and so much more of a phenomenon, and like a massive.
Oh my gosh,
It's a culture at this point.
Yeah. I read something the other day that said like there was more people outside of the venue than actually in the venue at some shows.
Yeah, the Long Strange Trip talks a lot about the community of it, how much it has changed over the years.
I know you are gonna miss me when I'm gone.
That sounds good.
Gone.
Yeah, that does sound good.
You are gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Well,
Oh, I guess it got cut off a little short.
yeah, but I mean, you could really see at the end there like how when they're in sync like that and their voices are really going, like they can. I mean, the whole audience just kind of quiets down and like really focuses in. It's super cool.
It's really cool to listen to. Mm-hmm. All right, well, those are the 3 shows for today. We'll be back next week with 3 more.
Yes, sir.
This has been In Between a Wook and a Hard Place. Signing off.